Now, the question we're asking tonight is how much ground has been covered within the SDG 6 framework? And with less than 4 years only to go before 2030, the UN data is showing that Kenya's sanitation cover stands at 36%. So the question is, are we close to that target, or are we chasing an impossibility? So live in studio joining me now is engineer Daniel Nganga, who's the managing director of MUWASCO, Murang'a Water and Sanitation Company. He's also the chairman emeritus of WASPA, Water, Sanitation and Providers Association, and also the male champion for women in Water and Sanitation Association. Karibu, engineer.
Thank you.
And I want us to start with that last one so that I get it out of the way.
Yes.
Just explain that one for me.
Thank you very much. And as you said, my name is Engineer Daniel Nganga, the Managing Director of Murang'a Water Company, and I'm also the Emeritus Chairman of WASPA.
And also a male champion for women in sanitation.
A male champion for women.
What does that mean?
For women in water and sanitation.
In water and sanitation. What does it mean?
It's an organization formed by professional women in this country, basically advocates for good hygiene and access to water, because we know when there is no water in a household, it is the women who suffer most.
Yeah.
I happen to be a male champion. I advocate for equality in the wash space.
Okay.
Currently, out of that and the work we have done with other professionals, we have more than 14 MDs of water companies who are women.
Wow.
In Murang'a Water, we are more than 40% women represented in the company, and in the directorship, more than 50% are women.
Oh, brilliant.
Tom, apart from that, I'm also the governing member for IWA. IWA is International Water Association. I represent Kenya in the global space. We advocate for access to water so that we can achieve SDG number 6, as you said.
As I said.
Yes.
Excellent. So well decorated, and we're delighted to have you. So let's just begin in your backyard, MD. That SDG 6, and I know you'll open it up, you know, for some viewers who may not be familiar with it. We just have 4 years to go.
Yes.
All right? So I want you to start by first grading Murang'a County in terms of access to universal safe water.
I must say that as the county of Murang'a, I think we are ahead in terms of water coverage, because we are basically at 80%. Sanitation is 40%, but we are doing well. And I must say, as Kenya is signatory to SDG number 6, we expect to achieve universal access to water by 2030 and reasonable level of sanitation.
Okay. So if I came to your county today,
yes,
can I drink water directly from the tap?
Our water is very safe. When you come to Murang'a, please don't spend unnecessary cash in buying water from the shop. Our water is very safe. However, I must tell you, as Murang'a Water, because we believe in ensuring that we have universal access on or before 2030, we have a very strong PROPOA policy. PROPOA means we are able to subsidize people who cannot be able to afford a connection so that they can access water. How do we do that? We realized that tariffs alone, the money that you pay when you consume water in the tap, is not enough. So we started a subsidiary company called Fort Beverage Company that produces 2 bloods for water, Fort Aqua and Murang'a Water, that is sold in the shelves. Okay. Why did we do that?
Bottled water.
Bottled water.
Okay.
Why did we do that? We realized that, Tom, as you travel, you need to go taking water. We can't connect a tap into your car.
Okay.
And we also know we need to get cash from the rich so that we can subsidize the poor. Yeah.
And just as a follow-up, because we have reports that you know, some of the residents, not all of the residents, some of the residents in Murang'a are still insisting on boiling their water before they give their children. So what does that say? Is there some headroom that you can still, you know, address?
I must say it is not necessarily Murang'a, but when you look at Kenya, many people tend not to believe tap water because of the historical issues that have been there before. But I must say that as a country, we have reformed, and I must thank the leadership of this country and the reforms that has happened within the years that water has been developed in this country.
Okay.
And we started by Water Act 2002, which is now 2016.
Yeah.
And the Constitution 2010, which clearly states that Article 43, water is a right.
A fundamental right.
Fundamental right.
Yeah.
So by that, the country and the counties and the water companies, we are key in ensuring that we achieve that constitutional mandate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You say that it's a fundamental right.
Yes.
And we do know that there are some residents within, I think, the Murang'a South space who have raised a number of concerns, all right? And some are saying that, you know, water is sourced from Murang'a to Nairobi through the Ndakaine, the one in Thika.
Yes.
And some of their taps, you know, these are reports that are filtering through. Some of their taps are dry, and yet they are seeing Nairobi, you know, fully supplied. How do you handle those kind of concerns that come to your desk?
I must say that when we talk about water, water is a shared function between the two levels of government. The county governments are responsible for management of water services as per the Constitution and Schedule 4. The national government is responsible for setting tariffs and ensuring that the resources are shared adequately. The resources that we have around our catchments, not necessarily in the Abadeas. We have other catchments. They are basically nationally owned, and they are meant to be used equitably within the populations that we have. I agree with you. We may have a few people who don't have water in our county of Murang'a. However, the resources are meant to support all the residents, including Nairobi and the surrounding counties. I think what we should do as professionals is advocate and educate our population so that they can own the infrastructure that we have. I recently saw vandalism of the main trunk pipe that brings water to Nairobi, Kajiado, and Machakos.
How are you dealing with that?
And I think
the element of vandalism.
What we should do is advocate and show our population, our residents, that the resources are theirs and they should manage them
and
protect them. Because government alone will not be able to achieve without the support of the citizens.
You know, I asked that question because WASREB, which is the regulatory authority for that space of water, ranks your utility very highly. So I was particularly keen on seeing how you're going to manage that resentment of those people who feel that Nairobi is being pampered while their water reservoirs are full with water, but they're not getting it. So I was very keen on understanding how you're going to ensure that, you know, you calm them down.
Projects that have been done before by government, either to supply water in this city of Nairobi. I think the resident counties, there is projects that are done to ensure that the communities get water.
Okay.
But having said that, resident counties need to get some support. They need to get some leverage or something out of the resources that come from that.
Okay, you talked about vandalism, and my mind went to the fact that Murang'a is it's a vital water tower.
Yes.
And climate change, catchment degradation, these are real threats. So how are you ensuring that you protect and you restore that ecosystem?
What we are doing as Moranga, and we advocated this even in our umbrella association called WASPA, we are very key on matters catchment. Like I think last month we held a bi-monthly meeting for Water Service Providers Association in Moranga, and with the support of partners, I think Equity Bank, we were able to donate more than 10,000 fruit seedlings to ensure that in our public primary schools, so that we can not only restore our catchment, but also address the issue of food security.
Okay.
When our poor students in public primary schools go to school, they will one day find fruits in their school, so that they can use it as a supplement. And we are not only doing that for Moranga, we are doing that for the whole country. The other thing that I think we are doing, and especially we have an elaborate program in Moranga, we are trying to reduce the emission of gases, the methane that comes from the sewage treatment works. What are we doing? We have we are planning a project to harness biogas from our sewage treatment works. We remove hydrogen sulfide, which is responsible for smell, and can that gas and use it within our population. Studies have shown that that gas will be cheaper than LPG gas
in the long run,
by 50%.
By 50%, and that's huge.
Yes.
But talk to me about non-revenue water. I mean, because that's an area I think that most water service providers are grappling with. The loss because of the ecosystem, the infrastructure. How are you mitigating that?
As a country, we are losing more than 43%, which translates to about 12.3 billion loss.
Why is
Kenya
it
shillings?
Why is it so huge like that?
Per annum. I must say, as a country, we have improved, because it was more than that. In the last decade, it was more than 60%. Now we are about 42%. The problem, it may be historical. One, there is dilapidated infrastructure, and basically some of the pipes might have in our cities might have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, so they are metal,
and there are leaks that we can't see on the surface.
Okay.
There are also cartels within our informal settlements that draw water illegally.
But those cartels are citizens.
Yes.
And there are concerns from certain quarters that perhaps they are working with some of your members of staff who have the technical capacity to do what we generally refer to as bypasses and so on and so forth.
What are we doing? We are turning our utilities into smart utilities. When, for example, in Moranga, I'm able through a smartphone, a line manager is able to tell if there is a big leak at a bigger pipeline, and he gets an alert from the phone, and we are able to address in time.
So you are leveraging technology.
We are leveraging technology.
So as we come towards the close of this program, because you talk about technology, and I know there's an upcoming conference that's going to speak to that aspect. What should we expect from that conference that is coming up? And when is it? What are the thematic areas, etc., as you wind it up?
We are planning a non-revenue water conference that will be in Naivasha between the 30th of June and 3rd of July. The host county is Nakuru County, and the theme is reduction of non-revenue water by leveraging technology and innovation. Why is this conference important? We are focusing on three key stakeholders. One, the development partners. It's important they support programs that can reduce non-revenue water so that the water companies can be efficient. Two, we are also looking at the water service providers themselves. We are not at the same level. There are those who are at a higher level than others, and we need to benchmark so that we can leverage on the technology that is available.
Okay, I want to thank you so much, Engineer Daniel Nganga, Managing Director, MWASCO, for finding time to come and talk to us. And of course, you've talked about that upcoming conference that's going to take place on the 30th of June, running all the way to the 3rd of July, and the thematic area, NRW, leveraging technology and innovation. So if you have time, cross over to that conference.